Okay, so in the last video, what we got working was the ability to hit the submit button, create a car object, and then change to the new scene. And the intent here is that we would be able to show the vehicle that was just created, but also have a list of all the vehicles. So first, let's connect up the image for the vehicle that was created. And the way that we're going to do that is in our all cars controller, we had this method called selected car, and it would update the selected car. And every time, so this is going to be a list of cars on this site. Every time I click on a new car, I want to update all the things related to the car. So the image, and if I had a lot of other fields, maybe I would populate those other fields. Maybe I'll put something down below here. So what I would probably do is I'm going to have this this method that I'm going to call it update the GUI. So what this will do is I want to update the image and possibly call a toString or something like that, so I know what the car is every single time I click on a vehicle, right? So I want this to be able to update. So the way that I'll handle that is I'll have a method that will update all of my GUI items with this selected car. So in this case, I don't have a lot of items. I've got this image view object, and I'm giving it an FX ID called image view. So here, I'm going to say add fxml private image view. Okay, so now what I can say is image view, set the image, and I will ask for the selected car's image. So it should load the image. The idea is I'm going to call this method whenever my selected car changes. So when we first load the scene, so here, I just have to say update the GUI, right? So I've updated what my selected car is, and I'll say update the GUI. All right. So let's hit launch. Load a default car. My picture is just going to be this boring picture. I hit submit. Now, when I come in, I can see that the image has been updated. And for my car class, let's see what we have here for the toString method. Here is going to return sticker number, year, make, and model. So why don't we add that to our view? Where's our all cars view? Here we go. So here I have an image view object. Maybe I'll wrap that into a VBox and get some space on the screen. And let's add in a label. I'll add a label to my VBox. You see how the label automatically went to the left. I'm going to go up here to properties, and I'm going to say, let's align the text, oops, in the vertical box. Let's make everything centered. And in the label, we're going to update that ID. So let's call this car info label. So now in my controller, I can say add fxml private label car info label. Again, make sure you get the JavaFX class. So now when I go to update my GUI, I can also say car info label, set the text, and I'm going to say selected car and call the toString method. So let's see, we'll get closer and closer each time here. So I'm going to load a default car, I'll hit submit. So now I have my default car. and I have the information about the car right underneath it. So that now works. We're able to pass the car object into the scene, and we're able to update the scene based on that car.